Jim Perry!
They're making fun of me in the back. We're teasing each other, we're roasting each other. I want to see if you guys agree. I was told that this hat makes me look like Limp Bizkit. If he was from Buckeye, Arizona, what was the one? I look like Emilio Estevez. If he was in the breakfast, lunch, and dinner club. And then the best one was Randy once again. He said I look like a bloated Elon Musk. But instead of having a high IQ, I have high cholesterol. Yeah. Good to see you guys. We know who you are. You're the early crowd, 5 o'clock. We're gonna get a little comedy, a little dinner, in bed by 9. We know you. Am I wrong? I like this audience. Let's look around. We have like every type of music here. This is good. I saw some younger people. You guys like download your music. You got a lot of CDs and cassettes. You got a couple 8 tracks, yeah? You got a phonograph right here. How are you? You can laugh louder. He can't hear you. We got millennials, colonials. We're having a good time. Is this your beautiful wife? Your sister? All right. Well, we won't talk about that then. Okay. Oh, this is good. Any married people? I heard mostly singles. Where's the married people? Right here? Is this your beautiful wife? You have the sweetest face. You look like you get up in the morning, give him a kiss and a hug, and then make a green bean casserole. Yeah. I like it. Got the Desperate Housewives of Phoenix here. Nice. I do comedy everywhere. I just got back from a third world country. Yeah, Yuma, Arizona. Oh my God. Have you been to that town? It's like the Star Wars cantina down there. So I got pulled over by the police department in Yuma. And yeah, the cop walks up and he's like, why are you going so fast? And I completely lied, and I was like, oh, my wife called. She said the house that we're staying in, the front window is broken, and she thinks a burglar's still inside. Swear to God, this cop goes, let's get this son of a gun. He makes me follow him to the house. I call the wife in a panic. I'm like, weird request. Need you to break out the front window. My poor son that was taking a nap got arrested for a felony, so that's not good. I am excited about this. I've been doing comedy a while. We just found out on the back, you're the first group I'm going to share it with. We just found out I got a deal with Netflix. Thank you. Yeah, they told me my first month is free. And after that, only $29.99 a month. Some of you were genuinely excited for me. I appreciate you. You guys are way too fun, man. Let's try this. Let's try this. Sweet Caroline. And there's my over 50 whites. There they are. Where's your parents at? Parents, applaud if you're a parent. Yeah? Right here? How many kids you got? 3. What are their ages? Loud and proud to the room.
36, 35, and 34.
Sounded like a locker combination. I have 2 boys. I have 2 teenage boys. I went up to my son and I was like, Brendan, am I a good father? And he goes, my name is Nathan. He's always teasing me and making fun of me too. My son comes out to me and he goes, Dad, you look like an indecisive person. And I'm like, why am I indecisive, son? And he goes, because you have 2 chins and you're only trying to grow a beard on one of them. I got him back. We were in church. We're in the back pew of the church. And he goes, Dad, my friend's mom won a scratch-off lottery ticket for $500. And he goes, Dad, I want to start gambling right now. We're in church. I said, all right. I said, I bet you $100 that someone's phone goes off during service. He takes the bet. So I went to the bathroom and called him. Yeah. Screw these kids, man. I don't think my kid's that smart. Last time I farted, he said, God bless you. I don't think that's good. Conversations now are getting weird with kids. I don't know if you guys agree with that. Times are changing, or I'm getting old. But my son's like, Dad, what do you think of pronouns? And I'm like, I went to Chicago public school. I don't know what a pronoun is. I took my one boy to Disneyland. We were on that roller coaster that's in the dark. I always forget the name of it. Space something. Space Mountain. So we're on Space Mountain. Mid-ride, we hear a 12-year-old girl screaming at the top of her lungs. And then we realize, I'm that 12-year-old girl. But guys, I look over and my son, mid-ride, is text messaging on his phone. Mid-ride! And then it made me realize how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be on life support. And he's gonna unplug me to charge that dang phone! So I know we had some married people. Applaud for me again if you're married. Nice. And then we have our one couple there, green bean casserole. I like it. We just celebrated, my wife, we just celebrated 31 years married. Yeah. Thank you. I married my high school sweetheart. Yeah, I was her teacher. I was at a show, and front row couple. They had been married 73 years. That's crazy, right? 73 years. I asked the husband, I go, what's the secret to marriage? And he goes, communication and always understanding each other. I asked the wife the same question. She goes, no habla inglés. Pretty good. Is there any newlyweds in the crowd? Like married less than 5 years or dating? Oh, I could tell he's smiling and got hope. You could tell. How long? 2 years? Oh, you don't even know she farts yet. Casserole and her husband, they poop with the door open, I'm pretty sure. I farted like 2 weeks ago in front of the wife, and she's like, you're disgusting. She farted this morning at the hotel. I go, you're disgusting. And she goes, that wasn't a fart. That was an angel's whisper. I'm like, your angel needs mouthwash. What the? An angel's whisper. That made me laugh so hard I farted. Yeah. It's funny when you're first married, like my wife and I, we would make out and kiss everywhere. Like one time we kissed on a putting green. Another time was in a tent. The most fun was probably inside a kayak. Now, we're no longer allowed at that Bass Pro Shop. Yeah. It's fun. Applause, thank you. I've been married a while, man. I never thought I'd hear this in my house. Shave your back, or I'm not touching you. Shave your back, or I'm not touching you. I told her that. Yeah, I did. My wife is mad at me. I should share this. We are going to a wedding next week, and we're at one of your malls out here, and she's shopping for a dress. And she asked me that question every man hates. She goes, do I look fat in this dress? And I'm trying to be funny. And I was like, it depends. She was like, depends on what? And I was like, how much is that dress? She says $1,300. And I was like, no. Forget that, Lizzo. I'm not doing that. No. You're smiling and laughing at everything. I appreciate you. It's rude to ask you how old you are. How much do you weigh? Give her a round of applause. So I just had a birthday. I just turned 53 years old. I don't know, man. My body's changing. Like, things are happening to me, man. Like, have you ever seen a melted candle? Or an uncooked chicken nugget? Or the best example would be a hairless cat. Yeah. My buddy has a hairless cat. We're at his house. The cat sniffed my phone, unlocked my facial recognition. I've been gaining a lot of weight. I gained like over 50 pounds this last year. And I could tell I'm getting too big. I was in the bathroom on the scale. The wife is standing next to me. And I start sucking in my stomach. And she's like, that's not gonna change the number. And I was like, I'm trying to see the number. I did join the gym. I lost 30. Yeah, I lost $30 a month the last 3 months. Getting paranoid about death. Tell me if this is weird. I prepaid for my cremation. Is that weird? Some say no, some say yes. I did. I prepaid for my cremation. I'm having regrets. Like, what if I die in a fire? Do I get a refund? I want to know. I told my wife I wanted to be cremated. She made an appointment for next Tuesday. I don't think that's good. You have to go to the doctor a lot more as you get older. I had to go see the dentist. I do not like my dentist. I don't know why I don't change dentist. He's always mean to me. He is! I went to the dentist and he's like, when's the last time you flossed? What a dumb question. When's the last time I flossed? I was like, bro, you were there. Come on. My grandma, she just turned 93 years old. Isn't that awesome? She turned 93. She goes, Jimmy, I want you to come to my house and do a clean comedy show for my friends and me. And all her friends are over 80. It was sweet. And I think I did pretty good because half of them peed their pants. Yeah. And my grandma, she's like, will you come back next year and do comedy for us? And I was like, depends. Yeah. My mom's always making jokes. I went into the house and I was like, Ma, I said, where's Dad? She goes, he's in the backyard by the flowers. And I go in the backyard, I look by the flowers. I'm like, yeah. I go back in. I'm like, Ma, he's not by the flowers. And she goes, dig deeper. Wow. Mom's a little scary, I think. I don't know. My dad always tells me, he goes, never go to bed angry if you're married. And I'm like, really, Dad? I said, never go to bed angry? And he goes, yeah, I haven't slept in 5 days. Did you ever know you can gain so much weight that your religion changes? Are you guys aware of this? So my dad, when he was 20 years old, weighed about 170 pounds. He got a tattoo of Jesus on his ribs. Now, I love my dad, but he's almost 400 pounds. Jesus is now Buddha. I'm just saying. But he's saved. It's fine. It's funny, I went to the doctor. You know how they ask you questions? The doctor was like, who do you want us to call in case of an emergency? And I was like, an ambulance would be awesome. And he goes, does anyone in your family suffer from mental illness? I said, nah, I think they enjoy it, yeah. Who's been to Alaska? Round of applause, you've been to Alaska? Yeah, I love Alaska. So I just went there, most beautiful state I've ever been to. And we were gonna go hiking, and you know how they give you the bear spray? So I've never heard of this before. So we're gonna go hiking, and the receptionist says, you have to have this bear spray. It will protect you from the bears. And I said, really? I said, this spray is gonna protect me from a bear? Swear to God, she goes, and if it doesn't, it comes back with a money back guarantee. These people live on our planet, guys. And there's a trend right now in Alaska of kids taking selfies with bears. Baby bears, which is crazy to me. Can you imagine the bear, if it could talk, it's taking a selfie with a young person, and it's like, about to eat this dude. Hashtag blessed. Yeah. Talk about my job a little bit. I'm actually a naval veteran, retired from the police department. Is that a good thing here? Bad thing? Good thing? I was at a show and this lady yells out, "Get off the stage, pig." And that's the last time I invite my mother to a show. I taste her, so. I want to talk to these young people. Are you in high school? Yeah, and what grade are you in? 9th? And then I want you to ask me a question or answer a question. What's your subject, if you had to pick a subject that you absolutely don't like? Math. You're not a fan of math. And what's your name? Isaiah. So how can we motivate Isaiah to like math? Isaiah, one day you're going to be in your 50s, and the doctor is going to ask you to get what they call a colonoscopy. And let me tell you something, Isaiah. You're going to wish you were in math class. Yeah? Give Isaiah a round of applause. So I was telling you about my mom heckling me on a show. She really did call me a pig. She thinks she's funny. And I get off stage, and I'm like, Ma, I said, really? I said, you're going to heckle me at my show? And she goes, take a joke, Jimmy. And she goes, you need to know that those young girls I was sitting next to said you look like that cop from the movies. And I got all excited, and I was like, oh, like a young Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon? She goes, no, they said Paul Blart, mall cop. Not very nice. I was not a jerk cop. I know there's some out there. I was not. They made me the DARE officer half of my career. Yeah, we all know how effective that program was. Isaiah was my honor student over there. There he is. A lot of people ask me, they're like, why did you become a police officer? And I'm going to be honest with you guys, discounted food. I don't know if you guys know, if you show your badge and ID at Chipotle, you get 50% off. If you show your gun, 100% off. That guacamole is expensive, that's all I'm saying. Kentucky Fried Chicken gives police officers 75% off. A lot of people don't know this. I got addicted to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I started eating it every day on patrol. One night, middle of the night, I'm on patrol. I'm eating chicken out of a bucket as I'm driving around. Sure enough, I see a guy breaking into a car. I jump out of my car to pull my gun. I don't have it, and I can't get it out because my hand is all finger-licking good. I'm 22 years old at the time. I panicked. I pointed a drumstick at him. Original, not crispy. That's the best police story ever. You heard of the FBI, the DEA, KFC right here. So most cops go their whole career trying to make sergeant. That night, I made colonel. Come on. I pulled over a guy one time. He was super drunk. And I'm like, sir, I need you to step out of the car. I said, take the tip of your finger and touch the tip of your nose. And he goes, I'm too drunk, man. You touch it. I did too. I was like, boop. I got 3 days off of that. That's fine. So I worked in the same area that I grew up, and I actually arrested my childhood bully. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you. This is my childhood bully. And I was like, who's got cooties now, jerk? I put the handcuffs on her. She's not as tough as she used to be, yeah. One time I took a report. This lady was an elderly woman. She comes in, sweet lady, reminded me of casserole. How are you? She wants to file a missing person report for her husband. So we take the report. 3 days later, she comes in. She goes, I want to cancel that report. And I said, oh, did we find your husband? And she goes, no, I just don't miss him anymore. You like that one. How are you, buddy, up there? The body camera got me in trouble a lot. I'll share a couple of those. I had to handle a bus accident one time, and this bus was flipped over. Nobody was on it. Nobody was hurt. But I got caught on the body camera as I'm rolling up to this bus accident. They caught me singing, when the wheels on the bus go round and round. Another time I had this guy, he was super drunk, and he was like, pig this, pig that, pig, pig, pig. And as I'm putting the handcuffs on him, he peed his pants. And I got caught on the body camera going, sir, I might be the pig, but you're the one that's gonna wee, wee, wee all the way home. I got 5 days off of that, man. That's not cool. I worked in Chicago. Any Chicago people? Yeah? So as you know, there's thousands of police officers in Chicago. My best friend in the world, who my partner was at the time, he was a little person. And he was 4'3", and we called him Little Larry. And he made fun of his height all the time, so we made fun of it too. But I want to share some stories about Little Larry because it's too funny not to. Can you imagine though, 4'3" cop walking up, giving you a ticket, and you're like, did a garden gnome just become alive? Like. So anyway, so Little Larry, let's do an impression of him. So this is Little Larry, but let's make it realistic.
Oh no.
All right. So we're in the park, and we're doing the fitness test. And I'm running, and Larry's running next to me, and he's laughing and laughing. And I'm like, Larry, what are you laughing at? And he goes, the grass is tickling my butt, man. At one time we had this guy who was under the influence. He was like hallucinating, and we had to arrest him. I don't want to go too much in detail. But anyway, as Larry's putting the handcuffs on him, the suspect looks at me and he goes, man, he goes, I know I'm under the influence. He goes, I've seen God today. I've tasted colors. But did I just get arrested by an Oompa Loompa? And Larry's like, I'm a munchkin, and just walked away. But the best one with Larry was, as I told you, I taught DARE class, and I thought it would be funny to bring Little Larry. So Larry comes to class. Now keep in mind, DARE class is just say no to drugs, and these kids are 5th grade, 10-year-old kids. They've never seen a little person before. I couldn't help but say it, and I was like, yeah, kids, this is what happens when you do drugs. And Larry thought it was funny, but then he goes, I'm not happy. And little Trevor in the front row goes, which one are you? I want to get on one soapbox. You guys are too fun not to, but I do want to talk about this a little bit because we have some young people in the room. I think social media is despicable. I think it's ruining our kids, our family, our society. And because of that, I think social media is so terrible. But with that said, if you'd like to follow my comedy, if you are young, you can follow me on Instagram at The Cop Comic. If you're old, you can follow me on the Facebook at The Cop Comic. And then Phonograph, we had a moment. You can follow me to Cracker Barrel, all right? One time I got in trouble on the police department. I was super late for work. Super late. And I'm throwing on my uniform, and sure enough, a call comes out of an officer needing assistance on a felony traffic stop. I get to the call. Sure enough, the cop is out of his car. He has his gun pointed at the suspect. I jump out of my car to pull my gun. I don't have it. I forgot it in the locker room. And I panicked, so I pointed my finger at the guy. It worked! But the funniest part to me was there was a lady on the sidewalk. She sees my finger pointed at the guy, and she goes, old white lady, and she goes, "Man, these budget cuts are out of control!" You guys got to stop filtering your photos. Can we talk about that? Yeah, ladies, if you get kidnapped or you go missing, we don't know who we're looking for anymore, man. We think we're looking for Cinderella, Snow White. We get a real picture from your family and like, oh, we're looking for Shrek. All right, fine. Not good. Oh, if you guys buy anything off my website or on my social medias, all proceeds, as always, it means a lot to me, goes to Jerry's kids. Yeah, thank you. Jerry's my dad, and I'm one of his kids, so. All right, I'll tell you the best story I got. So I pulled over a celebrity. The celebrity I pulled over was Penn Jillette. You guys know who that is? He's a magician, mentalist. He's from Penn and Teller. I pulled him over in the middle of the freeway, and he says to me, he goes, "Officer, if I could read your mind, will you let me out of the ticket?" And I'm not going to tell you what he said. I'm actually going to show you. Let's use green bean casserole. All right. I want you to think of an actor, dear, an actor that we would all know, the young people too, someone that's popular right now, a guy actor, and who do you think? Brad Pitt. So let's see if that's the one picture I brought. Brad Pitt. And this is what Penn Jillette did to me in the middle of the freeway. Brad Pitt as a baby, everybody. Now some of you are not appreciating this joke. This is a genius joke. Because what if she would have said Denzel Washington? I had it covered. Thank you, guys. Hey, listen, real quick, I don't know who's in the audience. I'm done with jokes, but this is something that's very important to me that I say at every show. Not a joke. I was Iraq war veteran. I'm retired from the police department. My point of saying that, thank you, sir. My point of saying that is I've seen a lot of terrible, terrible things. And I got diagnosed with PTSD about 10 years ago. I'm fine now. But my point of that is there's some people going through some stuff, and I get that. I know you're out there, and I just want you to know laughter is important. We all need to love each other and stand up for each other. So God bless you. I've been bloated Elon Musk, all right? Bye, guys.